Hello and welcome to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, I'll continue the 12 labors of Heracles from Greek mythology. And in this episode, we reached number 11. Whoops, that was Danish. Heracles must steal the golden apples of the Hesperides, or in the garden of the Hesperides. Heracles' 11th labor was to steal the apples from the garden of the Hesperides. So let's move on here. And I'll jump directly into the Milky Way center because that's here everything happens. First of all, the golden apples is the golden disk here in the center of the Milky Way. And the apples are in the apple tree, visualized by the dark shadow surrounding the Milky Way center. And I'll just line them up here, like this. And the striped shadow here is the trunk of the tree. So here you got the tree in the garden of the Hesperides. And by the way, the garden itself is this area here, as usually. The field, the garden, and so on. The Hesperides itself also live in the garden, and they are, of course, the stripes here in the striped shadow. So they are representing the Hesperides in the garden. And let's read up from some key features from the myth itself. When Heracles made his way to the garden of the Hesperides, he encountered Atlas holding up the heavens on his shoulders. Okay, I'll move all the Hesperides here and the tree. Now we know where the garden is. So now we have to find Atlas standing and holding the heavens. Let me start with the Atlas himself, because this shadow here inside the disk, or let's name it the X shadow, is, along with the white stripes here, is used to make the character Atlas. And he holds up the heaven, which is the bluish area here around the apples in the Hesperides garden. And I'll, within a short time, I'll make an Atlas video, so you can go deeper into we're going deeper into Atlas in this video. And by the way, Atlas is the same as the Shu in Egypt mythology, which also separating the heaven and earth. Okay, back to Heracles and the golden apples. Because Heracles tricks Atlas to hold the sky for a second to adjust his cloak. And then, of course, he's leaving. And Atlas is standing there. Oh my god. And just to point it out, the cloak is always this shadow, because that's also the shoulders of the Milky Way center. So every time you hear anything about a shoulder or a cloak, this is the thing. And of course, I'll delete this. The disc is the head here. And this is the cloak, around your neck. And then it's, I don't know. You got some buttons here, I think. And some flips here. So this is the cloak. And I think, it's also used in the biblical mythology about Moses put his hand into the cloak, or into his chest. And a lot of other myths. And the last one here is Heracles slew Ladon, the dragon who guarded the apples. Later, the 100-headed serpent is of course the striped shadow down here, with all the heads guarding the tree of golden apples. Let me see if I can make an apple here. Yeah, and it's even got the here. So here you got the golden apples in the garden of the Hesperides, and they are still there. So yeah, who knows? Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the last of the 12 labors of Heracles. So until then, take care. Bye.